Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sophia tells Tate in the school corridor how happy she is for him and his father that another person was taken into custody in connection with the hit and run. Brady hasn't been freed yet, for whatever reason, but Tate is as well. Sophia looks shocked when he tells her that Fiona Cook is the true suspect. I recognize that jerk. Fiona is humiliated when EJ escorts her to a cell across from Brady. He tells Brady smugly that he's still under suspicion and walks off to sort out their differing accounts of what happened. Brady grins, perplexed as to how he could have been so mistaken about Fiona. But put him out of your mind. How could you harm Sarah in that way? Fiona is afraid. In the mansion, Sarah discovers Xander staring solemnly at Victor's portrait. How could the son of Victor Kyriakis be such a credulous idiot, he wonders. He bemoans, in tears, the disappointment Fiona has brought him throughout his life. However, he became that foolish young child who just wanted his mother when she attended their wedding. How could he not realize that she is still the same ruthless inebriated person that she always has been? Sarah is devastated by Fiona's treatment of him. Flying to her defense, Xander says that it's nothing in comparison to what Fiona did to her. Furthermore, Sarah may now face perjury charges for having saved him from killing Brady. Fiona only confessed to them, as Xander points out, despite Sarah's reminder that she did. You can imagine what she's saying to the police. They must release Brady and correct the record. Not only is he innocent, but Kristen will only give them Rolf's serum in exchange for Sarah being able to walk once more. As soon as Sarah recovers, Xander promises that Fiona will pay. With tears in his eyes, Xander approaches Sarah, who is seated in a wheelchair. Abigail speaks with Mark on the phone in a bedroom when they are in Paris. He hasn't told her what Clyde's orders are, but she still has faith that he'll handle it. She'll wed Chad and give Clyde his money in the interim. She hangs up and points her off-white dress at herself in the mirror. With a sigh, she continues, "You can do this." "Mom," I said. Chad is looking at his and Abby's wedding picture in the living room of their apartment. He can see Kayla texting him across the room, saying, "She's not Abby." Holly arrives enthusiastic about the upcoming nuptials. She tells him that things are a touch difficult with her mom when he asks. He can speak from experience when he explains that mending the friendship is crucial. Abigail emerges wearing a sleeveless crochet slip dress and tells him about her Tate issue. She also adds she has another relationship that needs work. Chad lights up. At Tears at the prison, a wobbly Brady is informed by Fiona that she became frightened after striking Sarah. Her world was about to end and her mind was racing, but there he was, blissfully unaware. Upon arriving in Salem, she had done her homework and discovered that Maggie had been similarly framed. Brady claims she put him in a guilt-ridden hell rather than just giving him the reins. Now, though, it's her turn to be hurt. It's her time to burn in hell. Brady continues to complain, and Fiona finally says she does care about him. She hates herself, and no one else. Brady wants no more contact or sight of her. While Fiona sobs, he falls back on his cot. Brady leans his head on a bar in his jail cell, scowling. Sophia tells Tate at the high school about her experience waiting on Fiona at the bistro. When Fiona inquired about her dating experiences, she appeared pleasant yet a little lonely. Fiona insisted that she not mention offering Tate a martini when she brought up her name. If it gets down to it, he wonders if Sophia would speak with the cops and provide a statement. Sophia would go to great lengths to support him and his household. Tate considers himself fortunate to have her as a friend. Sophia gives him a hug while maintaining an enigmatic expression. Tate watches her with fondness as they part ways after the bell sounds. EJ and Sarah meet at the police station with Xander. Brady ought to be freed, according to Xander, but his mother should rot in hell. EJ surmises that they must be really desperate for Brady's release if Sarah has altered her account. Brady doesn't move until he is confident he knows the complete truth. Xander begs him, as does Sarah. EJ is seated across from a stoic Sarah and a pleading Xander at the questioning table. Chad welcomes JJ home to the Paris flat. He asks Abigail, who is facing him hesitantly, if she remembers him. She senses a familiar energy even though she doesn't. He and Chad inform them that JJ is getting married to them after becoming an online ordained minister. The fact that JJ gets to see his sister again cannot be expressed in words. Although he is aware that their mother is finding it difficult to accept this, she is actually delighted for her. He gives her a hug. Holly reappears bearing flowers, and Abigail grabs Chad's phone to play some tunes. She notices Kayla's note claiming that she is not Abigail. She tells Chad his phone is dead and deletes it. JJ kicks up the event. As vows are exchanged, Abigail starts crying, and Chad gives her a passionate look. Officially married, they exchange rings and give each other a kiss. Even though Abigail's memories didn't immediately return, she may really state that she feels more connected to Chad than ever. As he gives her a hug, Abigail's happiness turns to agony. Days JJ and Holly sipping champagne during the fictitious wedding of Abigail and Chad. Xander muses, on his own in the interrogation room, whether or not they ought to have told EJ everything. Knowing that Xander intended to kill Brady and that Kristen is using them as a bribe, Sarah doesn't think they can trust EJ. She simply hopes that EJ makes the right decision. EJ goes back to Brady. He is renouncing the accusations made against him. Brady storms out of his cell, glaring at Fiona. JJ apologizes for not getting in touch with Abigail sooner as he raises a toast to the bride and groom in Paris. Holly says that she was just on the phone with her brother in a flashback to Abigail. Holly, perplexed in the present, queries, "Didn't you just talk on the phone last night?" JJ and Chad give a twitchy Abigail a questioning glance. The last time Emily O'Brien appeared on Days of Our Lives, it was quite some time ago. As everyone is aware, Teresa was sent to prison throughout the summer for her involvement with Constantine's plots, and when we can only hope that she is enjoying her just desserts in Europe and snatching up all of Dimitri's inheritance. Sadly, it doesn't seem probable that she will be coming back anytime soon because when we last heard from her, she was still refusing to interact with Leo. That being said, we can assure you that she will look stunning if she does. Following a little snip, the actress debuted her new appearance and Italian bob haircut on Instagram. It's understandable why her fellow cast members had varying opinions, with Lindsay Godfrey, Sarah, commenting, "I love it," to Greg Ricart's Gorg. Marvelous! Additionally, Martha Madison, Belle, Stacey Hayduke, Kristen, and Paul Telfer, Xander, all added their thoughts with a range of emotions that we may assume indicate they firmly concur. View O'Brien's updated appearance below. Naturally, other people than just the actress's co-stars expressed their admiration for the way the new hairstyle looked. However, the admirers didn't stop there. Several of them expressed to her how much Salem has been missing her. Although Teresa and Gwen had many adversaries in Salem, O'Brien has a large following of admirers who want her to create a Days of Our Lives. O'Brien told Soaps.com a while back that even she was taken aback by the fan base. Then, she said, "I haven't had that many fans, actually, until I started playing Teresa. I had no idea that I had admirers. I remember thinking, where have all these Gwen lovers been? I assumed that a lot of folks were just against the persona and myself. They like you, to borrow from the legendary Sally Fields. They genuinely adore you." Alternatively, as viewer Yvette Roses stated in the comments, "We need you back on Days of Our Lives desperately. Please return soon." Now that Fiona has been revealed, Xander and Sarah are more determined and powerful than ever, but we have a good feeling that Gwen may find plenty to keep her busy in this town. Leo still has time to be forgiven. And while she's at it, perhaps take him out of the realm of body and soul.